Hey, what's up everyone, David here, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about Atlus in 2023. I'm going to try to predict what we should expect, or at least what we should hope for 2023 with Atlus. As always, if you're new to the channel, if you want more content on anything Atlus, SMT, Persona, Sega, all that good jazz, make sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and if you like the video, a quick thumbs up is always a big help, helps people find my channel. Now for today's video, again, you guys know me, I'm a dumbass with actual expectations, right? I have a lot of things to say, a ton of these things won't happen, right? It's me having fun, we're speculating about Atlus stuff, so don't build up expectations. The best thing to do is to look forward to what is confirmed, and then hope for good surprises if there's anything, and that's it. That way you're not disappointed. Let's get into it. 2023 is going to be interesting for Atlus. I think the main place where we can start is obviously what's confirmed. So January, it's confirmed that we're getting Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden released on all modern platforms: PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo. And that's really cool. A lot of people are looking forward to that. I'm still enjoying Persona 5 Royal on Switch. It's my 4th playthrough and it's been great, so I'm still having fun with that. That is what is confirmed for 2023 though, nothing else. I think the first thing that we should look forward to is in about a month, so late December, right after Christmas generally speaking, we get a news article from Famitsu. Famitsu is the biggest gaming outlet in Japan, which is the home of Japanese video games, the home of Atlus and Sega. And in that specific late December issue of Famitsu, every single year, the writers at Famitsu, they interview a bunch of Japanese developers to ask them about their year in retrospective, their aspirations for 2023, the next year to come, and also their aspirations, right? It's really interesting. Every single year we get great information, and we always get like the point of view and the answers of like 2 or 3 Atlus developers. So again, ring that notification bell. I'll definitely be here day one to cover the news as soon as this issue comes out. But in that article specifically, I think we can look forward to some interesting information from Atlus developers. I'm really looking forward to hearing what they have to say about the Persona 25th anniversary and how everything went down. Because in 2022, they were talking about SMT 5, which just released and was a huge success. I do want to talk about Katsura Ichino from Studio Zero at Atlus. He talked about Project Refantasy last year, and what was interesting is he said Project Refantasy reached climax in development. So in development, you start the process, you build up your development, and then at a certain point you reach climax, and then that's when you start doing the little touches and get it ready to go through certification and then to release. So that to me meant, wow, so late 2021 the game reached climax. But the problem is in 2020, in that same issue, late December of Famitsu, Ichino said the same thing. He said in 2020 in December that the game reached climax in development. So maybe he's gonna say that again this year. We'll have to wait and see. It's interesting. So it's hard to say with Project Refantasy. Now, Project Refantasy is the new IP that is currently being developed by Studio Zero. It's been in development since like 2015, 2016. It's a big mystery. We don't know anything about this project. So a lot of people are like, hey, come on, let's give us something. Show us a little bit of stuff, right? The good news is, as of December 2021, it was still in development. So it's confirmed that it was at least in development for 5 years, meaning that it has to be far into development. I think it's going to be a new big IP for Atlus, so I'm highly looking forward to that one. Again, I've been predicting Project Refantasy for 2 years at this point, almost 3. I'm expecting Project Refantasy news, next year, y'all. I think it would be really, really awesome. Maybe it takes the Soul Hackers 2 spot from February, give us the official reveal in February, release it in August. That will be freaking insane. That way you get it out of the way before you show us other stuff, right? Persona 6, whenever that is ready. I'm sure Atlus will want the full focus on that one. So Refantasy, I think, is possible for sure. Let me know if you think Project Refantasy has a shot of releasing next year, or just us getting information on it. All right, another thing that could absolutely happen is a surprise of some kind. So again, I just mentioned how Soul Hackers 2 was revealed in February of last year. That was a big surprise. No one called that one. It was kind of teased in a fiscal report, but it just confused us and we kind of dismissed it. Boom, Soul Hackers 2 is here. Will we get something like this for next year? Maybe. I mean, it's always a possibility. I really have no idea what to expect in terms of a big random surprise like this. Some Tokyo Mirage sessions too, a new spin-off, whether it's Persona or SMT. I think a lot of surprises could happen for sure next year. I just have this feeling that it won't be the biggest year for Atlus, to be perfectly honest. So we'll have to wait and see. But in terms of a big surprise that no one predicted ever, I don't know if it's going to happen again this year. I think 2022 was the year for that. We'll see about 2023. But another thing that is interesting for 2023 is when you get Persona thrown into the mix. Because again, I mentioned Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable. I kind of want to dismiss Persona right away. I'm not really expecting anything for Persona other than those two games, which, believe me or not, well, believe me, it's more than enough. I'm really happy to get those games on modern platforms. But I just think with everything that happened with the 25th of Persona, Persona being in the headlines on my channel and other news outlets, Persona Central, other content creators, everyone was talking about Persona from start to finish in terms of the 25th of Persona. So I think they're done. I think we're going to get the marketing campaign for 3 and 4, which they didn't start at this point. I'm not too sure what they're waiting for. But yeah, so I do think it's going to release and then it's done for Persona next year. Plus, I do want to say I'm not expecting any type of news other than maybe some type of thesis in the Famitsu article in December. I'm not expecting any news before those games launch. So I'm not expecting any other projects to get revealed, whether it's Re-Fantasy or something else, before late January when these two games are set and done. The elephant in the room has to be Shin Megami Tensei, which is celebrating its 30th anniversary. I made videos on the channel before talking about SMT 30th, and that one is confusing because for now they only acknowledged it, gave us a brand new piece of art, which looks really awesome, by the way, and that's it. We don't know if they have projects. We don't know if this piece of art is the one and only time that they're going to acknowledge SMT. I would put money on the fact that they're going to do something else, simply because during the 25th anniversary, there was a concert. There was also the release of Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux. SMT 5, the 5th mainline installment in the SMT series, released in November of last year. It released to critical success and also amazing success in terms of sales. It outsold the previous best-selling SMT game in 3 months. It sold over 1 million already. It is a major success on one platform only. So I think Atlus will want to take advantage of that, and the 30th anniversary is a big milestone. So they had nothing in terms of Shin Megami Tensei in 2022, so I think we're going to get something in 2023. I think that would be awesome. What could it be? Well, I speculated on that in my videos, but I want to go over that again for sure for those of you who didn't watch the video. I mentioned Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 HD Remastered. I think that is going to happen at some point. It's not mainline SMT, it's a spinoff, so would they have this as their big project for the 30th of mainline? It sounds a little strange, I'll give you that. But that being said, I still think those two games are going to get the HD remastered treatment that Nocturne got in 2020. I think it's a sure bet because the game's fully voice acted, unlike Nocturne. It uses a ton of these models that were made in HD again, brought to Unity. So I still think it could happen. Feels strange, to be perfectly honest with y'all, for the 30th of SMT. So what else? I think the main thing that they could do is to port SMT 5, their most successful mainline game. Port it to PlayStation, port it to Xbox, port it to PC. I think those could absolutely happen. I think it's important to mention that Shin Megami Tensei 5 was part of the NVIDIA GeForce leak as well from a year or so ago. In that leak, most of what's on it turned out to be true, whether it's Square Enix releases like Chrono Cross getting a remastered or Tactics Ogre Reborn or other stuff, right? So it's really, really interesting for that list specifically, and on that list there was the mention of a PC port for SMT5. So maybe they just port it to PC, maybe they bring it to other platforms. That is the main thing that I think could happen for SMT5. Just give us a complete edition for $60 on other platforms. That could absolutely happen for sure. Kind of like what they did with Persona 5 Royal. I was about to say it broke free, right? It broke free from PlayStation. Maybe they're gonna do the same thing for SMT. That would be really, really cool as well. Maybe we get a sequel to SMT5. That would be even better, like an SMT5 Final, SMT4 Apocalypse, right? You know what I'm talking about? Some direct sequel to 5 using the same engine. I think this could totally happen at some point. They put so much work into the models, bringing them to 3D with Unreal Engine 4. There's a lot of potential there. There is a lot of potential there if they are to do that. SMT6, it's too soon. Maybe I hope not, but maybe they give us a small teaser for that. I hope not, to be honest, because we waited so long for SMT5, and that waiting period was way harder than any other games for me. Like, it was harder than Breath of the Wild, and I'm a huge Zelda fan. It was harder than Persona 5 as well. It was a mess. Like, I was freaking out every single time that they were mentioning SMT5 because I was so excited for it. So please don't reveal it 5 years before you release it. Put that on hold if you're not ready to show it. Hey, if it's deep in development and you're ready to show something, I'll take it though. I'll take it. I'm not expecting it, to be honest. Other than that, there's always the typical candidates that I like to bring up. Devil Survivor getting HD remastered would be awesome. The fanbase is more and more talking about the Devil Summoner, Raiden Kuzunoha games as well. In my mind, those games are still niche even inside the Megaton fandom, so I don't know if they would do those before DDS. It's interesting. There's a lot of things that could happen in 2023 for Atlus. I think it's going to be an interesting year for sure, you guys. I'm really looking forward to it. What do you guys think will happen for Atlus in 2023? I'm looking forward to what they have in store for us. If you liked the video, a quick thumbs up really helps. Drop a comment and let me know what you are hoping for in 2023. And again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell as well. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Have a great weekend. Bye.